Morning. If I swear or shout I've got Tourette's, I do apologise.
Alright, no worries.
I just thought I'd let you know. I tried letting the police know, but they don't fucking care, do they? Jesus
Now, was
Christ.
that fucking care part of the Tourette's
It's
thing,
all
or is
part
that
of the
just
same thing. It all can't be helped. It all comes out, and then I have to think about it later, which is obviously a downside of me being here and maybe getting into trouble.
Oh, well.
But that's why I've just got...
I presume that you're used to that anyway.
No, I've never done anything like this. I'm just here to help out because I've seen the videos online and
Nice.
just came down to...
Oh, so you are technically what they call another civilian journalist then?
I wouldn't say that.
No?
Independent witness.
Fair enough. I'll live with that.
Random twat.
Yeah. Well, they're your words, not mine.
Idling bastard.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
So I'd need to have a conversation with you, I'm afraid.
If you can't have humour with yourself, you can have humour.
Well, exactly, and because of all my disorders, I'm just bouncing off the walls most of the time anyway, so that's... No, it's not really. Well, it isn't.
Having worked in several psychiatric intensive care units over my many years, I can say I almost understand.
Psychiatric units, eh? Yeah. Doing what?
Especially a support worker.
Oh. So you've got some form of empathy going on in there then?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So, and you've got a pair of balls, obviously.
A little bit. Even though they get older and shrink.
Well, yeah, I mean, the balls shrink, but the sack gets bigger.
That's it, yeah, saggy skin. Yeah, without a doubt.
So if those things are true...
Let's move over here, my man. I don't want a car to come past.
How come... Right, so... I've seen the videos online, or I've seen a bunch of the videos online of Gemma's channel and Jam's channel and all that lot. So I've seen the video, I assume was up there, of either of you two or both of you.
So you're kind of taking that out of context, aren't you?
Well, not really, because that's somewhere that they could walk down and you didn't have any right to do that.
At the time we did, and there was statements issued via solicitors to the police on that particular day, which were then withdrawn afterwards. So
withdrawn afterwards, right? Okay. So you thought you were in the right on the day, but then whenever later,
that's right, yeah.
It turned out that you weren't.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
And as I've said to several people before, that if Debbie was to come up here, that would be apologised for.
Now this is the point.
We would have that conversation.
If you've got a pair of balls, if you've got a bit of empathy in you, if you've got a slight bit of conscience, why does she have to come up to you and you take her for a coffee just for you to walk up and say, I'm sorry what I did that day?
Because hang on, if you'd done all the videos properly and gone through everything properly and not taken it out of context, you would see that that's been done before.
Then why is the big conversation about...
Well, that's your
Debbie
conversation.
having... No, you didn't hear what I just finished. You didn't hear what I didn't finish. So why the big conversation the other week about you saying, I will apologise to Debbie if she comes for a coffee with me? Why would that conversation happen like 2 weeks ago or a week ago if you two have already apologised, if you've already apologised to her?
How do you mean?
I don't think it's that difficult. About 2 weeks ago or something, I saw a video of Gemma asking you, why don't you go and apologise? And you started saying, if she comes for a coffee with me and she wants me to apologise, then I will. No,
that was a coffee in relation to everything else that's going on at the livestock market. So again, you've taken that out of context and thought it was something that it wasn't.
Okay.
I don't mind these conversations as long as they're factual.
Well, I mean, I've only seen some videos and I, wouldn't assume that I know everything. So,
I'm happy to have all of those conversations in any manner, whether that be...
So have you apologised to Debbie for doing that to her that day?
Well, this is over a year ago that video was actually done,
right,
and things have way gone on since then.
Well, that's why.
And do you know what? I've actually helped Debbie with footage against the police and everything else like that.
I saw that. Actually,
so hang on a minute, and you guys are coming up here questioning me after a year, thinking that it just happened 4 weeks ago.
No, I was asking about a conversation that you had with Gemma about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, which was again taken out of context. But I don't mind. I've got no issue.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
I'll watch them all again, I guess, just to make sure, just in case. We might be having this conversation again.
I've got no issue with it. No issue with it at all. At the end of the day, as they are all aware down there, as everybody is aware, I'm as honest as the day is long. And if I need to say it, whether it upsets somebody or not, then I will.
See, nobody can take that as face value, though.
No.
Nobody knows what's going on inside your head, do they? So they can't take that as face value. They can only take that on evidence of what they see.
That's taken out of context, and my actions do speak a lot louder than my words.
Because as actions do speak louder than words, definitely.
Over the last year of what I've done and in the ways that I've helped everybody. So we'll leave that one there if you don't mind. That'd be great.
What are we leaving where?
The me helping people and doing things and working for the good of what's supposed to be going on here, and not actually being here and being an arsehole.
Oh no, I was just questioning that thing that you've now told me was a year ago, and that you've already apologised apparently. So
it was January the 10th, 2022.
There's the date as well. Of course you would, wouldn't you? Yeah. It's been a bit important to you, hasn't it? See, I saw the conversation 2 weeks ago, and was seeing that you'd changed your tactics, and was obviously thinking, well, if they've changed, they know they've done something wrong, so surely Debs is owed a fucking apology then. And then there was all
happened well over a year ago.
Well, then there was all the conversation with about you saying if Debs wants an apology, I'll take her for a coffee, and that was like 2 weeks ago or something.
If
that
Deb wants a conversation about it, because it was not Gemma's place to have that conversation with me about it, because it's Deb's place to have that conversation with
So that means you've already had that conversation
hang
with
on
Debs.
A minute. No, what I'm trying to say here is that everybody here should be an adult and be able to have that conversation. It's not Gemma's place to come and have that conversation with me about anything. It's not your place to come and have that conversation with me.
To be honest, this is all public, so it's anybody's place to have this conversation.
But it's not mine to stand here and give you that answer.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So am I not being exceptionally fair in standing here and giving that answer and explanation?
What about fair? Maybe human.
There you go.
And that's, that's more than we can say for some people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good morning.
Yeah. How are you?
This is a very interesting scene. I felt like I was back in the 60s then.
I personally think that with independent witnesses, other people like yourself, there is a much bigger picture if you guys were to frame yourselves properly in relation...
Frame myself properly?
As in this frame, pictures, videos, and look from that real outside perspective of everything that's going on here, and see how the police have been devalued, demoralised, picked on, and everything else, as have the protesters, as have we now.
But there's obviously a massive disparity between the power the protesters have and the powers the police have.
Absolutely.
The police is the power of the state coming down on people. You can't compare the two.
Absolutely. And this is what I'm talking about with that framing, in how you highlight that and those factions that have got it to that stage.
Yeah. I think that's maybe asking quite a lot of just individual people. No one's an organisation, no one's a journalist.
That whole
conversation
Do you know what I mean? Off with if everybody was to get together.
Right.
Because I'm sure you may or may not agree that there is power in unity.
Yeah, see, the thing is, the police are incredible at breaking everything up like that. They will send people in and join families and rape women and start new families, as we've seen. I've come from a town today where the police were infiltrating a local environmental group, and it was one of the guys, was it Mark somebody? Can't remember, but he had got a girlfriend. He was married already, but he'd got a girlfriend, got her pregnant, and then it turned out he was a police informant the whole time.
I've got no idea.
It's absolutely fucking disgusting. And that's the tactics the police use. They like to infiltrate, and I mean, how fucked up is that? To start a new family when you're undercover. You're essentially just raping a woman.
I think historically that same context is there, though, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Because the Romans, the Mongols, they've all done that, haven't they?
This is 2023, right?
Yeah. But I'm just talking historically that thing has not changed. That's been there. That's always happened. Groups have always infiltrated other groups through all of that kind of stuff.
Right.
They have. That's nothing new.
No, I know. I just don't see what point you're making with that. It happens. It's disgusting, rather than it's always happened, hasn't it? The Mongols did it. It's 2023. It shouldn't be happening.
So what should be happening then?
Well, people not being raped. Do you not think?
I do agree with that. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't that.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be happening.
I do
The police shouldn't be infiltrating groups and raping people. It's not really.
But have you got evidence of that?
Yeah, it's gone through the courts. There's been a massive court. You should read the news once in a while, There's been a massive court case about the police infiltrating environmental rights groups and raping women and starting new families. Why aren't you listening to what I've just said?
There's massive court cases going on every day. Well,
no. They've been convicted.
You need
to listen to the end of a sentence to understand what the answer is.
Fine.
They have been convicted. The police have been convicted for doing this. It's gone through the courts. It's finished. It's done. They infiltrated and raped. You can look it up.
Okay.
It's vile. Anyway, have a lovely day.
Where was it?
Where was what?
The case you were just talking about.
Well, that would say where I've come from today.
Right, okay.
Well, I don't really want to do that.
You don't want to say that?
Not really.
Oh, right, no, fair enough.
But if you look it up, it was Mark somebody, I can't remember his name, I can picture his face. It's Mark Pilkington or something like that. He was one of them. He's the one from my town, but there was more. He's been convicted. Got a dodgy eye. Yeah, there was multiple cases of the police being sent in, infiltrating various justice-type groups. Yeah, and the fact that you don't know about it shows that it's not been as big news as it definitely should have been, considering how heinous that is.
I say, I've usually got Sky News or BBC News on first thing in the morning.
Yeah, they're shit though, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to bother. The amount of diminishing that they do of... And what's her face? Obviously on Sky as well, she's vile.
I'm going to assume that you're talking about Kate Burley.
Yeah, I do watch them on YouTube just to see the interviews, but my God, she's horrible.
Yeah, I get that. I do get that.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been here, I mean?
We've been here since January the 10th last year with that incident with Debbie Hamilton.
That was the first day?
That was the very first day.
Wow.
Yeah.
You done fucked up on your first day.
So, well, that's, again, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just kind of over our year anniversary now.
And surely this is more... This can't be very enriching doing this for you.
Do you know what? In some ways it is.
Well, I suppose you get to learn laws and...
No, all that anyway, because I teach it during the rest of the week. But
What do you teach?
Yeah.
No, what do you teach?
Employability, functional skills, all sorts of stuff. So, with some of the other protesters, because I went to them and get various recipe ideas and all sorts of other things, it is very enriching from that way.
Oh, okay. I can't see.
So, believe it or not, us as security standing here, we go down there and we have conversations with the protesters about how to cook lentils, different things to put with them, and actually make good meals and share meal ideas and tips.
I cannot see! I should probably go and do something, really, shouldn't I? I think I've had the conversation I wanted to have.
You've had a fair trip down here, then?
Say that again?
You've had a fair trip down here?
About 2 hours.
Yeah, if you don't live locally, yeah.
Honestly, it just...
Well, we're here all morning anyway.
Yeah, what time does this normally finish?
Generally anywhere between 11, half 11.
Hey!
And then I think these guys head off into the city centre after that and do whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah, I'll be Bethel Streeting later.
That's it, yeah.
I nearly went in yesterday. So I was walking past. I got so lost yesterday so many times. I can't see
Was it a first visit to
anymore.
Norwich?
Oh, my glasses doing it. Yes. My sense of direction has left me in the last 10 years. I'm just waffling shit now. I'm going to go and do something.
Right, my man, you enjoy.
Yeah, and have a good morning if you can. Thank you for the chat.